His name is Jacque Swart, and he got a haircut just for you. But this is an amazing man whose wife led worship this morning, who I dearly love, and it's just been an amazing miracle story over many, many years. I'm going to let him tell that story, but Jacque and Louise lead our recovery, Exodus Recovery Ministry, and which is lots of life in the life of the church. Open up your hearts.
Mark forget to mention that I'm his unofficial best friend. That's why he apologizes in advance. But I'm just going to read some of the Bible to you. It's something that when the series started about the exiles, 1 Peter 1, therefore with minds that are alert and fully sober, set your hope on the grace that was brought to you when Christ Jesus is revealed at the coming. As obedient Christians, do not conform to the evil desires you had when you lived in ignorance. But just as he who called you is holy, so be holy in all you do. For it is written, be holy because I am holy. So in January this year, the 8th of January, I remember because President Obama was inaugurated, and then that's my recovery date. But it's not really, because I still partied at the rehab for like 7 days, stole the Oak's car, sold all his tools, and did the whole thing there. And and then the guy came back. But I kind of blamed him because I said, dude, like, I'm a drug addict, bro. Like, I've been on the road for a long time. This is what I do. And you just like leave me here with all your stuff. Like, we don't know each other. And something amazing happened. Everybody left because I was actually left there alone. Like, because I had nowhere to go. I was like at the end of the road, and my mom, when she dropped me off there, she like said, okay, dude, this is really the last thing. Like, there's nothing more. I don't have anything else. Like, this addiction of yours has like destroyed everything. It like destroyed every relationship I had. This was like my last resort. And a lot of guys in addiction, they get to that place, and it was like my rock bottom. If the guy told me to leave, it would be like rock bottom 2.0. That's it. I remember I rocked up there with like a pinstripe jacket, my whole life in a vanity case. I had like shorts on, like the Oaks from Pretoria. It's when you come on stage, wear long pants. It's Cape Town. We just, it's not the bush, bro. But anyway, so I was there, and he said he doesn't know what to do with me because like, he thought I would leave with the rest of the people because the shame and the guilt just came over it. But at that time in my life, shame and guilt had just become such a part of who I was that I was like so comfortable in it. I didn't even like feel any shame and guilt anymore because this has just become so much of my identity. And that's why when we did the series about exile, that's like literally where my life was. I was an exile. I was like living on the outskirts of society, and that's why my heart breaks for guys when they come to church and they're like at their last, and I can see the desperation and things, and my heart cries out for them. And God's amazing in the way He works. He just like knits people together. Like my new like good friend Mario Phillips. He's like, he encourages me, he phones me, and he's got like a passion for the guys because his story's like a lot the same as mine. And I see my mate Clint Wheeler. We're the same oak, we're from the same tribe, and now we've like kind of infiltrated the church, so we're taking over. I'm just messing with you. We'll leave Mark in charge until the revival happens. But I'll never forget it. This big man, he was a big man. His name's Stanley Woods. I love him dearly. He lives out in Betty's Bay, and he's got like a youth center where he helps children now because he just thought drug addicts was just way too much trouble. He got out while he still had all his hair. No, he didn't. He lost all his hair because of the drug addicts. But anyway, so here's Stanley and this big guy, and he stands there and he says to me, and I'll never forget, it was like the moment like God really like penetrated my heart, like I'm not one of those guys that get a word from God like every morning. I sit on like, Jesus, what do you want today? Like God like speaks to me like twice in 17 years of recovery. It's like, dude, you need to get clean, be sober, and be holy. Like that's like my mantra. That's like I wake up in the morning, I'm like, be sober, be holy. And I'll use 2 minutes to tell you what that is. But Stanley Wood said this to me. He said to me, bro, I'm going to show you something that you've never seen before. I'm going to show you love, and I'm going to show you grace, and I'm going to let you stay, because that's what Jesus would have done. And I was like, what? Dude, I stole your car. I sold all your tools. Like, there must be something to this. But I knew in that moment that this was like literally, like, if you're going to push this thing now, and Oakstead's been on the road, and if you've ever been addicted to something, you know there's like a moment. We refer to it in recovery as a moment of clarity. Like, you get that moment of clarity and you know, like, this is now decision time. So decision time is like, now you can go either way. And thank God I made the right decision, and 17 years clean, in recovery. I can tell you stories for days. I mean, me and the drummer, you know, it's always cool when you talk to a drummer, you know, because you can tell them your war stories, you know, but don't tell it to anybody else. Only drummers understand. Like, guitar, who heard Mpele sing today? I mean, it was like an angel. It was like a breakthrough. Like, you should lead worship. That was amazing. I'm his unofficial best friend as well. He just doesn't say it because he's a lawyer and he could get disbarred for knowing guys like me. And this is the thing, like, being holy is and I misunderstood it, so I kind of read about it, and I've been on this journey where I try to, like, be honest in business, and I try to be all these things, because my nature is to be deceitful and to be just a little bit crooked, you know, because I'm a gangster, you know, that's what I am, that's who I am, that's where God made me, and I want to be my authentic self, and I want to do all these things and stuff. But, you know, God calls us to be holy, and to be holy is to be in the service of God. And that's where I want to be. And I see my wife up here on stage, and, you know, sometimes I can't believe I drive to my house and I look at it and I see all the people that's, like, done stuff for me over the years there. And I just think to myself, geez, like, how great is God? Thank God that I woke up, stayed sober, and I try to be holy. Thank you.